By 1303, Moscow controlled land that encompassed the entire flow of the Moskva River. Its ambitions didn't end there. Moscow continued to expand its borders through its wealth rather than warfare. Its tactic was to buy land from bankrupt rulers, acquiring entire towns and villages in the process. As Moscow was still a vassal of the mighty Mongol Empire, it had to send envoys to pay them tribute. And Moscow's ever-expanding borders meant more and more revenue for the Mongols. But not everyone was content with the rise of Moscow. As Moscow grew in power and influence, its Grand Prince, Dmitry Ivanovich, reinforced its vulnerable defenses. Its wooden fortress, the Kremlin, was rebuilt. This time, in stone. But even stone walls didn't deter its enemies. By 1368, Lithuania saw rapidly expanding Moscow as a real threat. Joining forces with the Principality of Tver, they set out to challenge its dominance. They attacked Moscow. But the stone walls held, and the enemy retreated. Tension between the factions refused to die down. In 1370, Moscow marched on territories belonging to both Tver and Lithuania, igniting a full-blown war. Years of bloody conflict ensued, until Moscow's Grand Prince Dmitry Ivanovich finally defeated both enemies. Yet Moscow was still a vassal of the Mongol Empire, which still demanded tribute. Moscow must keep up the payments or face retribution. Trade routes between Rus settlements supported a vibrant economy, which in turn allowed Moscow to pay forward tribute to the Golden Horde. If Moscow was to avoid a Mongol attack, Dmitry would have to meet the Horde's tribute demands before the Khan's patience expired. Moscow's primary means of raising the taxes demanded by the Horde was through trade with nearby Rus towns. But Prince Dmitry would have to keep his traders safe from raids by opportunistic bandits that stalked the countryside. While Moscow's trade was strong, Dmitry could bolster his income if he could locate additional trade partners.
Радуйся. Что будете сие, возможно, есть. Начну трудить.
Нападают! Направляюсь!
Чего делать надобно?
Kerisler welcomed Dimitri's envoys and the coming of Muscovite traders. But more traders on the roads meant an increased threat of bandit raids.
Исполняйте. Надобно в путь идти. Готовы будете, воины. Сделано будет.
Радуйся. Отправляйся. Збираю порозум'ях. Я построюсь.
When Dimitri's men located Vladimir, they opened another revenue stream for the Grand Prince.
Наказом следую. Скачу, куда велено есть.
Trade routes brought wealth, but safe passage was not a given with bandits stalking the roads.
Город близко!
Готовы трудитесь и есть. Буду требовать. Я пойду туда. Я построюсь.
Наказе суть. Исправьте чем?
Разведь сделаю. Ворог!
Наказе суть. Идем, бойни! Радуйся. Чего делать надо?
Чего делать и надо?
Наказе будут.
Здесь разумею.
Готовы будете, бойни. Я удобно есть. Исправьте. Готов, трудитесь.
Готовы и исходим. Начну трудитесь.
Дело есть. Сделаем сейчас. Я построю сие. Здесь иду.
Ясно есть!
Глядите.
With the Golden Horde paid, the Muscovites could concentrate on expanding their territory until the next payment was due.
Дело есть. Труждаюсь на земле, якобы.
Радуйся. Построено будет.
Дело есть. Воздел уразумех. Построено будет. Вельми поскору.
Я здесь.
Форевник готов есть. Двигаюсь. Без сомнения. Гонцы, якорь, лучник идет. Есть.
Слушайте все, брать за Стреляют! Вот это пусть! Двигайтесь, а всадницы встают. Готовились мы! Готов сейчас!
Поревник готов есть. По скору! Скачу, куда велено есть. По скору!
Слушайте наказ. Грядите.
Стреляют в меня!
Готовитесь, следуй наказам.
Какие приказы? Следую приказам.
Готовим, напряг по скору. Сделано будет.
Делай. Чего делать и надобно?
Отправляюсь. Иду уже. Я построю сие.
Беда есть! Ворог приедет! Возврат, направляюсь. Ладно, есть.
Muscovite scouts located the town of Susdel, and trade could begin.
Скачу, куда велено есть.
Да.
Готовы? Исправляйтесь.
Рятуюсь мы! Двигаемся!
Наказ, наказ.
Слушай, наказ, будем сражаться!
И надобно в путь идти. На катицу. Ладно есть.
Дело есть.
Наказе будут.
As Moscow grew in riches, the Khan continued to demand taxes. If Dmitry did not pay, he would face the swift vengeance of the Horde. As Prince Dmitry sought to increase Moscow's power, he turned from trading with his neighbors to purchasing their lands outright. If he owned the surrounding lands, Moscow would be the dominant center of Rus' power, and Dmitry would be secure as Grand Prince.
Лихо есть! Направляю!
Слушай! Слушаемся!
На кате суть. Приступаем!
Дело есть.
Слушайте.
Уразумех. Построено будет.
The small settlement at Pereslav welcomed Muscovite scouts and the prospect of trade.
Слух напряжь!
Исполняйте, напрячь. Воине, надобный! Стреляй! Сделано будет!
Люди, служите готовы!
Есть, напрячь! Ладно есть! Где ворон?
Moscow's power grew as it absorbed the lands around Kolunma. The town would now generate gold without the need for taxing traders. Before he could purchase the settlements, Dmitry needed to prove he could provide safe passage for the traders and their goods.
Готов трудитися. Делаю. Начинаю копать.
Исправляйтесь, грядите. Меня поражаете! Исправляйтесь! На газе суть. Дело сделано есть.
Скачу, куда велено есть. Направляемся. Ладно, есть.
Заказ будет?
The village of Kalin was ready to trade with Moscow.
Наказом следую.
Люди здесь суть. Люди, глядите.
Город близ стоит.
Люди, по скору люди. Работа? Сейчас сделаю. Поняла. Рада.
Готов. Дело сделано есть.
Готов заказ есть?
Слушайте. Торгую.
Оружие готово, суть.
With an exchange of gold, Dmitry secured the loyalty of the rulers of Kerisler. Bandits remained a threat on the roads, however.
Работа ждет.
И сделаю, что велено есть.
Dmitry purchased the lands of Troitsky and extended Moscow's power. Moscow's power over the region was now secure. With the surrounding principalities under Dmitry's sway, Moscow was now the preeminent power among the Rus. The time was coming to throw off the Mongol yoke. Under Grand Prince Dmitry, Moscow had grown rich and allied itself with old adversaries. Together, the Rus allies were ready to challenge the dominance of the Mongols and stopped paying them tribute. On the banks of the River Don, Dmitry would stake his life on being the first Rus leader to defeat the Horde in battle.